Walking up the hill, walking down the hill in the land of Jack and Jill. They took a pill and ran into a mad rabbit in the land of madness. Watch out for the signs along the way. In the land of Jack and Jill, we get our thrills. Spilling the sound, laying it down in the land of Jack and Jill. Walking up the hill, walking down the hill in the land of Jack and Jill. They took a pill and ran into a mad rabbit in the land of madness. Watch out for the signs along the way. In the land of Jack and Jill, we get our thrills. Spilling the sound, laying it down in the land of Jack and Jill. We get our thrills. Spilling the sound, laying it down in the land of Jack and Jill. Walking up the hill, walking down the hill in the land of Jack and Jill. You had to be there, watch them take that step. They took a pill and ran into a mad rabbit in the land of madness. Watch out for the signs along the way in the land of Jack and Jill. We get our thrills, spilling the sound and laying it down in the land of Jack and Jill. Walking up the hill, walking down the hill in the land of Jack and Jill. They took a pill and ran into mad rabbit in the land of madness. We get our thrills, spilling the sound, laying it down in the land of Jack and Jill. Well, how is everyone doing? Yeah, we got 3 people. Man, look at that background, man. I didn't realize how cool that background looked. It's what I call digital tie-dye. It looks like tie-dye. Well, there were some images where I actually took tie-dye and I kaleidoscoped it, and then I ran it through a neon light program and just made everything pop. Lots of hours working with different filters and getting different stuff to just vibrate. You know, there was a lot of people that didn't really like my artwork and thought it was just a little bit too hippie. But you know what? Fuck them. They don't like hippie, they can get the fuck out of here. Yeah, there's some straight-laced, narrow-minded people out there that just don't like the psychedelic artwork stuff, and, you know, that's where I'm at. That's what I do, and, you know, I'm going to keep doing what I do. And not giving no shits and not taking no fucking names. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling a little rambunctious and a little feisty at the age of 51 here. Oh, and, yeah, you just got to get along sometimes, you know, and you got to be able to sometimes see from another eye and wonder what's looking back at you, and you got to be able to listen to those words floating through the neither and all that stuff, and you got to wonder, is this really where you're supposed to be at? Is this really what you're supposed to be saying and doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And if you can follow that, well then, yeah. So, yeah, it's been about 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, my allergies, you know, the seasonal fall allergies hit me like a gobstopper. Not the good kind either. And, you know, kids going back to school, head colds, going back and forth. It's the same shit all the time. You know, it ain't nothing fucking new. Ain't nothing brand new about that shit. That shit's been going on since I was a kid. You know, it's a seasonal stuff. The change of weather. You know? And there's a lot to be said sometimes about keeping your skin warm when the weather changes. Because that's the way I've always been. Even when it started warming up, I wouldn't wear a short sleeve. I'd wear a long sleeve. I noticed that my body reacts differently. And when seasons change, everyone's bodies reacts differently. It's all a matter of the type and what they can handle and what their sensitivities are. And my allergies kicked my ass. DJ Odyssey, how you doing, man? Yeah. So yeah, my allergies kicked my ass. This is the first time I've felt like I didn't need to cough every fucking 5 minutes. Because, allergies, they just drain right into my lungs. And you don't catch it, that becomes upper respiratory infection. Not catchy, just not nothing to do with a cold or anything. But it can become a cold, and it can become pneumonia if you don't take care of your allergies. Yeah. Hey, CJ McHale, and we got author Stephen Walton. Who else popped in? Oh, Random Brad Creator. Yeah. So yeah, I am at that point in my life where I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about the little fucking shit, all the little petty bickering and fighting, because you know what? It's all fucking little, and you'll have one less friend if you always nitpick all the fucking stupid bullshit. It's little, small. I had this old gray-haired hippie one time tell me, hey, man, don't sweat the big shit. He goes, you know why? And of course, I bit. I asked why. And he goes, it's all little. It's all little and insignificant bullshit that don't matter. I'm 51. I started early. I learned a lot of shit along the way, and I had a lot of older people in my life that were pretty up there with the wisdom going on. You know what I'm saying? You surround yourself with good people and all that stuff. And here's the thing. When you got friends, you got to accept the fucking good with the fucking bad. Because ain't no one fucking perfect, and this dance only happens fucking once. You only fucking live once. So be kind to each other. Be nice. And if you have to handle something, state your piece, say how you feel, and leave it behind you. Move on. That's how it works. It's this game called life we live. So yeah. Yeah, I had some fish and chips today. Those good stuff. Imagine getting fish and chips from a pizza place. Yeah, and their pizza wasn't all that great this time, I gotta say. I wasn't very happy with their pizza. It was like too much cheese. And I know it's a funny thing to think that a pizza can have too much cheese. It wasn't right. There was something about it that wasn't right. But it just wasn't right. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of meaning to that song, Touch of Grey. That was the first Grateful Dead song that I danced to at a live concert. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot like that. Very a lot like that. Yeah. So yeah, that song that I just sung, that's got a lot to do with that too, because there's consequences for the steps you take, and sometimes there's rewards and things you can enjoy, and all that stuff. And so, I've lived that. I lived a lot of that. Silence is golden, but sometimes you have to say something every now and then, here and there. The pull from the philosophic and the wisdom things that float around in the nither and all that stuff, and they're out there. All that stuff, wisdom and philosophy. It wants to make friends with you. Yeah. Oh, and read every book you can get your hands on, because you know what? The more you read, the more smart you'll get. You actually do learn something when you read. It can be a boring tool manual, and you'll learn something. That's like Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. That book, read that fucking book, man. That's a good book. Especially if you're in a tough place in life. Read that book. Oh, indeed. Indeed it is. It is. But yeah. So, let's pull up another folder. And and yes, all the songs I've done, it's a metaphorical hello or goodbye or fuck you, in other words. All right, here we go. All pop and no bang. It was a rabbit trick. They pulled the rabbit out of a hat. It's all illusions, all pop and no bang, and no more emperor's clothes, no more rabbit's tricks, calling out to all that's free. Could you think for yourselves? Better take it back, Jack, before the thieves hijack the night and take it all back. No more rabbit tricks. It was a rabbit trick. They pulled the rabbit out of a hat. It's all illusions, all pop and no bang. No more emperor's clothes. No more rabbit tricks. Calling out to all that's free. Could you think for yourselves? Better take it back, Jack, before the thief hijacks the night and take it all back. No more rabbit tricks, it was a rabbit trick. They pulled the rabbit out of a hat. It's all illusions, all pop, no bang. No more emperor's clothes, no more rabbit's tricks. Calling out to all that's free. Could you, can you think for yourself? Better take it back, Jack, before the thief hijacks the night and takes it all back. No more rabbit's tricks. They pulled the rabbit out of a hat. It's all illusions. That's right. It's all illusions. Yes, it is. All right, let's see here. Hey, Keck44, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Thank you. 51 trips around the sun. And I've had many, many trips, if you know what I'm saying. Around the sun, that is. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think this one's necessary for sure. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see here. All right, where'd you go? Oh, go there. All right. I really wish it would stop making shortcuts within my folder because it thinks I'm like doing stuff in the studio, and it's just trying to save what I was messing with, and I'm just like singing the song, you know what I'm saying? How was the sound, by the way?
Sounds great, yeah.
I know it sounds good to you on that end, but on their end, that is the question, because there's been problems before with glitches and getting hitched up to the wrong hitch. and then your sound gets pulled out of your mind sideways, and it's not fun. In other words, way too hot mic sometimes, and yeah, it's crazy. Can't keep me down, man. Someone has to care, actually. All right. Yeah, there you are. All right. Let me check the chat here real quick. So, all right, hey, R, how you doing, man? Glad to see you here. All right. So who's taking one for the team? What did I miss? Yeah, I was kind of wondering whether it was going to be good or not. Whether I should waste my time on it or take some time to watch it. Clerks, huh? Yeah, I seen your invite, Steven. I was busy with the fam, and hadn't quite got my voice back yet. Yeah. Breaking. Let's see here. Yeah, I was kind of wondering whether it was going to be good or not. Whether I should waste my time on it or. Here we go. All right. Yeah, I think this one's necessary for sure. Calling out to all that's free. Could you, can you think for yourself? Better take it back, Jack, before the thief hijacks the night and takes it all back. No more rabbit's tricks. They pull the rabbit out of a hat, tricks it back. Oh, indeed. The first Grateful Dead song in my life. That point in, boy, it's really hard to find where you're at once you got ahead of yourself on the live stream. All right, here we go. In the land of Jack and Jill, we get our thrills. Spilling the sound, laying it down in the land of Jack and Jill. Yeah, it sounds okay. Yeah, before I was having my problems with my. I have a volume control interface for my external sound card because you got a powered mic, phantom powered mic. You have to have an external sound card, no matter what you do. You got to have it, and I have a halfway decent one. It's not bad, but the software every now and then likes to turn the mic down, and every now and then, if there's any kind of clipping, if the instrumental is too loud, and if my vocals are too loud, every time it gets too hot, the interface program clips it down. It's really weird. But I pretty much got all that solved. Yeah, I stopped. There's a built-in monitor in the studio I use to record vocals and put the song together. And this is what it sounds like that, loud like that. And that was causing problems on live streams. And oh, indeed. Figured that was a good one to start with. All right. Wagons pulling clay up the hill. Watch out for the cold in the heart of the land. In the heart of the land. And they awoke deep down. Around the sound pouring up from the ground. Wagons pulling clay up the hill, looking for the divine. Watch out for the cold in the heart of the land. We spoke and they awoke deep down around sound, pouring up from the ground in the heart of the land. Everyone travels there, man, I tell you, I'm going there. Wagons pulling clay up the hill, looking for the divine. Watch out for the cold in the heart of the land. We spoke and they awoke deep down, a growling sound pouring up from the ground in the heart of the land. Everyone travels there. I tell you, man, I'm going there. You're gonna catch me going there. I'm gonna get there as fast as I can. Wagons pulling clay up the hill, looking for the divine. Watch out for the cold in the heart of the land. We spoke and they awoke deep down a growling sound, born up from the ground in the heart of the land. Everyone travels there. Man, I tell you what, I'm going there. I'm making steps there as fast as I can. I'm going there. Wagons pulling clay up the hill, looking for the divine. Watch out for the cold in the heart of the land. We spoke, they spoke, and they awoke. Not the woke kind, if you know what I mean. Deep down a growling sound, born up from the ground in the heart of the land. Everyone travels there, man, I tell you, I'm going there. All right. So, how's everyone doing? I've I've always noticed these conversations going on in my chat. Yeah. Got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Funny. So, yeah. I've got a healthy, what would you call a healthy guitar collection going on. Oh, yeah. Beautiful, lovely wood instruments that I love to get. Electric guitars made of mahogany mostly. Yeah. Yeah, the last guitar I picked up was Les Paul Tribute. It had all cream accents, and it had black switch cover on the back and electronic cover on the back. So I decided to I picked up a 5-ply Gibson pick guard. It's for that style of guitar, fit perfect. I picked up for some reason he took off the pick cover, didn't have the pick cover. He put different brand strap buttons, and so I had to pick up some Gibson aluminum strap buttons with the proper felts that goes between them and the wood. I had to. You guys know the sucker stick trick. You the white stick. You cut it in half, stick it in a hole, and then you can put your screw in it and tighten up your hinge for a door. Well, I used a sliver and stuck it in the hole because the guy frickin' he used non-Gibson screw to put the one. He's lucky he didn't split the fucking wood because the screw was bigger than the diameter for Gibson branded strap button that comes with the screws and all that stuff, nickel plate and stuff like that. Yes, I have. I have wrote some songs about you, Stephen. Mostly good. Yeah. And so I replaced. I kind of the cream pickup guards. They're soft. They may look shiny and all that, but it's a very soft plastic that Gibson makes it out of. And if you use a Dremel and you don't have variable speed, do not do that. And so I bought a pair of Gibson cream replacements for originality of the guitar, and I picked up a black pair of Gibson. Oh yeah, very dumb move not to use Gibson screw for sure. And putting non-Gibson parts on your guitar, when that will ruin the resale value, and all the case candy that came with it. It's important to have all that undisturbed, and because anyone buying that particular guitar will want all that stuff. So I replaced the pickup rings. I got black ones that match the black 5-ply pickup guard, black and white layers. And I replaced because basically, when you realize that the strap buttons on the guitar are non-Gibson, you're getting a look at it. I realized this. I called them out on it, and he asked me if I wanted him to make it right and all that. I didn't give a shit about that. I don't do that because I sat in the man's house and played guitar with him and all that stuff. He showed me a couple things. And cause I went and picked up the guitar when I got it on Reverb, and it was a 2-hour drive north, and my stupid navigation took me into frickin' Seattle. Don't drive in Seattle; it's a pain in the ass. Park somewhere on the outskirts of downtown Seattle. Pay to park and walk around. in the shopping district or whatever. It's fucking nuts, man. They've got one ways all over the place. They've got streets that you're not allowed to drive down. Only the bus is. I drove down the bus lane, and the guy with the flashing lights, who is basically a street monitor, he's a cop, but they've got him stationed on each streets to give people tickets. And, well, he decided, his lights were flashing and all that's on the side of the road. He's making people know that he's there. And I'm going down a lane that's marked bus. And it's like, I'm like, well, shit, I'm going to get out of here, okay? And so I don't know what the hell happened, but my navigation took me into Seattle. It was stupid. And I still had like another 30 or 40 miles to drive north. Stupid. I couldn't believe that. Back to guitar. And so, being the strap buttons is an issue. It makes me wonder and question. It's like, well, was everything else taken off the guitar and replaced, and non-Gibson stuff put on it? So it just makes me wonder. And so I replaced all those things. And there's a huge reason why. Have you ever heard of a Chipson? A Chinese-made knockoff Gibson Les Paul. Custom. And the Custom is probably one of the most faked guitars made in China. Well, this guy had a Chipson, a really nice looking one, and he had a lot of work done to it to make it function and operate, because those things, there's a lot of stuff that you have to do to them to make them work right. A lot to do with intonation, a lot to do with the neck, and a lot to do with the bridge, and whether you have to adjust the truss rod. Hold on. It was a rabbit trick. They pulled the rabbit out of the hat. It's all illusions, all pop and no bang, and no more emperor's clothes, no more rabbit's tricks, calling out to all that's free. Can you could you think for yourselves? Better take it back, Jack, before the thieves hijack the... All right, I'm back. Getting asked questions when I'm in a live stream. All right, I'm going to put a tune on real quick. Hi, Tommy. How you doing, man? Well, welcome.
What's up, Bear?
I gotta find the cough medicine real quick. I guess the kids need some cough medicine. Let's see, 3 times full, 365, and it's a cut version. Times full, 365. Cash the check to Neverland. Hooked on the system. Are you ready to be unplugged? Fighting to protect a system that spit on you. Neverland wasn't so ever after all. No prize or cigar at the finish line. No champagne or bit of sparkling wine. Let's dine in the apocalypse. No time in Everland. The Everland band only plays one tune in 1 year. Get it in gear. Start playing In loony world gone mad, we write our own story. It's the only glory in the story. It's what matters at all. Just don't drop the ball. 3 times fool, 365. Cashed a check to Neverland. Hooked on the system. Are you ready to be unplugged? Fighting to protect the system that spit on you. Neverland wasn't so ever after all. No prize at the finish line, no champagne or bit of sparkling wine. Let's dine in the apocalypse, no time in Everland. The Everland band only plays one tune in 1 year. Get it in gear, start playing your own tune. In loony world gone mad, we write our own story. It's the only glory in the story. It's what matters at all. Just don't drop the ball. 3 times fool, 365. Cashed a check to Neverland, hooked on the system. Are you ready to be unplugged? Fighting to protect a system that spit on you. Neverland wasn't so ever after all. After all. No prize or cigar at the finish line. No champagne or bit of sparkling wine. Let's dine in the apocalypse. No. Jerry's still in my head. Lives in the heart, every chord, every note played. I stand here, man, I miss you. The sound was so profound. You're up there and we're down here. On this ball of blue spinning in space. Notes and the melody ring, never fading away. I can walk from shore to shore, every string bent. I can hear the notes and the slide of the chords. Notes ringing true. It's been 26 years gone. We went from top of the world to a sunny day in August and a tear in the eye. We got the news. It was so blue we were singing Jerry tunes. You were a dream on a sunny day. He's still in my head, lives in the heart, every chord, every note played. I stand here, man, I miss you. The sound was so profound. You're up there and we're down here. On this blue ball spinning in space. Notes and the melody ring, never fading away. I can walk from shore to shore, every string bent. I can hear the notes and the slide of the chords, notes ringing true. It's been 26 years gone. We went from the top of the world to sunny day in August and a tear in the eye. We got the news, it was so blue. We were singing Jerry tunes. You were a dream on a sunny day. He's still in my head, lives in the heart. Every chord, every note played. I stand here, man, I miss you. The sound was so profound. You're up there and we're down here on this blue ball, spinning in space. Notes and the melody ring, never fading away. I can walk from shore to shore, every string bent, I can hear the notes and the slide of the chords. Notes ringing true, it's been 26 years gone. We went from top of the world to a sunny day in August and a tear in the eye. We got the news, it was so blue. We were singing Jerry tunes. You were a dream on a sunny day. He's still in my head, lives in the heart, every chord, every note played. I stand here, man, I miss you. The sound was so profound. You're up there, we're down here on this ball of blue, spinning in space. Notes and the melody ring, never fading away. I can walk from shore to shore, every string bent, I can hear the notes and the slide of the chords. Notes ringing true. It's been 26 years gone. We went from top of the world to a sunny day in August and a cheer in the eye. We got the news, it was so blue. We were singing Jerry tunes. You were a dream on a sunny day. Jerry, he's still in my head, lives in the heart. Every chord, every note played. I stand here, man, I miss you. The sound, it was so profound. You're up there and we're down here. All the blue balls spinning in space. Notes and the melody ring, never fading away. I could walk from shore to shore, every string bent, I can hear the notes and the slide of the chords. Notes ringing true. It's been 26 years. We went from top of the world to a sunny day in August. A tear in the eye. We got the news. It was so blue. We were singing Jerry tunes. You were a dream on a sunny still in my head, lives in the heart. Every chord, every note played. I stand here, man, I miss you. The sound was so profound. You're up there and we're down here on this blue ball spinning in space. Notes and the melody ring, never fading away. I can walk from shore to shore, every string bent, I can hear the notes and the slide of the chords. Notes ringing true. It's been 26 years gone. We went from the top of the world to a sunny day in August and a tear in the eye. We got the news, it was so blues. We were singing Jerry tunes. That is almost 8 minutes long. And yeah, it took me a few takes to get it right. That was a pain, I'm telling you. I don't often make songs that are almost, I mean, it's a 2 seconds short of 8 minutes. So how's everyone doing out there in the chat? Hey, Rookie Cricket, how you doing, man? Thanks for the happy birthday. I appreciate it. 51 trips around the world, and then you got the extra other trips, too. Yeah, those are fun as well. Yeah.
Oh, and happy birthday again, Bear.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, and I basically, you know, I was feeling a little under the weather, and not like pneumonia sick or anything like that, but my allergies is kicking my ass. And, you know, no matter what you do, there's always going to be drain that's going to affect your throat, man. It just sucks.
It's that time of year, too.
Yeah, season change. Plus, the here in Washington, we have 2 springs. We have 3 springs, actually. And we have a summer with a week of fall. And then we have a perpetual cold spring until spring gets here. And then it gets a little warmer.
That sounds like Willingdon.
Say again?
That sounds like Willingdon.
Well, now. Look who's
Happy
here.
birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. So, yeah, here in Washington State, we actually had about a week's worth of Indian summer. And apparently, my mom was visiting my aunt in Texas for about 4 weeks, and apparently she missed the northern Illinois, northern Indiana Indian summer, because there in Indiana, man, you can have like all these hues of gold, and then you'll have like a few weeks, 3 or 4 weeks of 70-degree weather in October. And it's really, really cool kind of thing to experience. Yeah, I hear it's getting real cold on the eastern side of Washington State. But here we have what's considered subtropical weather. Oh, man, bronchitis. See, the thing about having allergies, they leak into your lungs and all that, and that can cause bronchitis. And bronchitis ain't catchy. It's just one of those things that just happens, and it's awful stuff. And it kicked my ass. My allergies kicked my ass. This is the most solid I've been since the allergies kicked off for the fall allergy season. Because the rain starts, and plus on top of that, forest fire season from Southern California all the way up the mountain chain up into Washington. We had 8,000 acres burn up near Vancouver, Washington.
Wow.
Yeah, and for forest fire season, that's a small number. Normally, the acreage that burns up is in the thousands sometimes.
That's scary.
Higher than that.
This year should be really bad too, because talking about was that El Nino or something supposed to be coming through?
Yeah. The problem with this El Nino, it's going to bring the cold weather down into the southern states, and the mountain chain is gonna cut us off from the El Nino, and we'll get rain. Because here in Washington State, we like it cloudy in the winter. Because if it's not cloudy, guess what? You're going to freeze your fucking ass off.
Really?
Yes. It's going to be like 19 degrees.
There's reefer coming through. That just on my headset.
No, it's the fact that I have the screen shared, and that's what you're picking up.
Okay.
But I can add this if you like. Hello, how's everyone doing out there? And there we go.
Nice.
I've done that twice so far, and I enjoy it every time. Hey, I like to freak people out in a fun, good way.
Yes.
I was the guy that melted your fucking brain when we were having a party.
Dig it, man.
Back in the good old party days.
So how you feeling? Birthday, dude?
What's that?
How was your birthday?
Good. Spent it with the family. I don't really go anywhere, just spend it with the family. Watching my guitar videos and stuff like that. And I gotta say, man, I was really impressed because, I got my early birthday present was the Gibson Les Paul Classic, which is, it's somewhere between, I think it's somewhere just before the Standard. A Standard would be like a hair step up in standards, and I'm learning about all the. Hey, Darius, thank you, appreciate that. And there's different stages. Like you got standards, you got customs, and you got customs that come from custom shop, and then you got demo shop. I mean, it's really freaking confusing. I've been watching Trogley's YouTube channel for a couple years now. He's a young cat. He's a young cat. He's a young cat from Ohio, and people from Indiana and Ohio, they're different. They're made different. They speak differently. Yeah. You know what? Ask Drew. He'll tell you. He lives in Ohio, not too far from from where Trogley lives. They're about maybe 100 miles separate.
Not much.
Yeah. But the guy's a really cool guy. He knows his stuff. And he learned. He's actually trying to get a Gibson guitar museum going. A guitar in general museum. And so I picked up this Gibson Les Paul Classic Clear Cherry. Beautiful red. You can see the wood grain, all that stuff. Fucking beautiful, man. And that was... I watched it go from 2,600 down to 1,900, and then it went down to 1,500, and I jumped on it.
Hey Bear, if you don't mind me asking, what made you choose the Gibson? I mean, obviously you play long enough, you play instruments. There's, you look at it, and that looks nice, but that may not necessarily fit your style of playing.
There's quite a few guitarists that I've known back in Indiana that played Les Paul or played different instruments. It's like Dark Star Orchestra. The guy that used to be part of Dark Star Orchestra, John Kedelic. It's like I knew him. Shake his hand kind of thing, know him. But you don't fucking remember. He's got a bad memory. But I find it hard to believe that the hippie bringing a medicine bundle and putting it on his mic, he would have a hard time forgetting that. Because that's what I used to do at his concerts. It's called collecting music. Spiritually collecting music, And he allowed it. He was cool with that. And there's a few different places, like Eric Lambert and the Laughing Gnomes, same thing. Good hippie music mixed with originals and Grateful Dead music. It was a hell of a scene back then. And then I discovered Dark Star Orchestra in '97 and followed them everywhere. They used to have a picture of me on their website.
Did they? I've heard Dark Star, but I'm not familiar with them.
I'm technically DSO family because I went to their first big show where they were in a theater. The Chicago UIC, I do believe. The first time there. And shit, I got to damn near be on the freaking stage, front row on that one. But you see, when you don't maintain friendships and contacts, people lose contact and they forget. And it's too bad it happened that way. Tommy, the reason why Les Pauls, I have a fascination about instruments made from mahogany and maple, because either they're all maple or they're mahogany body with a maple neck, and they're a one-piece set. In other words, what that means is it's not a bolt-on neck; it's a solid piece. It's all one piece, and it's glued together. And when you connect those pieces and glue it in there, and it's like it grows into it. It's like permanently attached. All the wood resonates. It's like my Les Pauls. I don't have to plug it into an amp to play it, to hear it. And I've noticed that the Tribute very, very resonates like you wouldn't believe. So does the one that's all mahogany. I do believe the Tribute has a maple neck.
Well, I'm sure you know this, but there's certain guitars when you pick them up. Like when I pick up my bass guitars, it's got to actually speak to me when I'm playing it. I've got to want to play it. So it's the way the neck feels. It's the way the whole guitar feels when I'm holding it. It's not just, hey, this is a fancy-looking guitar, and this is going to be great to play. Yeah, you got to
fancy don't matter.
You got to feel it.
Fancy don't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And basically, most mahogany-made guitars, especially with Gibson, great-sounding other guitars. I mean, granted, there's other makers of guitar, like PRS. They have a Warlock that is similar in cut to how a Les Paul is in the way it dishes out, but that's it. It's a completely different kind of guitar. It's a nice guitar.
One of the worst Warlocks I ever had is I had a BC Rich Warlock bass. Thing looked great, played good if you had a crunch sound to it, but beyond that, it sounded like shit.
What'd they do? Make it out of poplar wood?
So quick. God, I forget what it was. It was a cheaper wood because I bent the holy dog shit out of that neck.
Ooh, basswood? Why would they? That's like real basic.
Yeah,
basswood is real basic. My Squire Bullet, my Telly, is made from poplar, the body, and the neck is maple. And it must be, you see, with those kind of guitars, it's a $199 guitar. It's hit or miss. I got lucky. I got majorly lucky because it was slightly difficult to intonate and set the bridge up and all that stuff, because each piece, there are 6 pieces to the bridge. I'm drawing a blank on the name, and so each one had 2 Allens each, and you had to adjust the height lower or higher for your intonation. And then there was you had to adjust the screw, and because I do 12th fret tuning. That's the way I tune. Some people tune drop C. I don't even know what the hell that is, but I've heard about it. But my fascination with Les Pauls started with an actual Grote copy made by Grote. And basically it's like it's a very good it's a really good mimic of the classic design, because it's got the binding on the guitar itself and it's got the binding on the neck, and there wouldn't be any binding on the headstock. It would just be the whatever veneer is put down on the headstock. Normally, it's normally a black enamel painted. With Gibson, it's a veneer. It's put right on top. They very rarely put clear wood grain, and there's a few, but those are really expensive guitars.
Oh my God! I had this Rickenbacker 5-string bass one time, pure wood finish, and they just coated it. What a beautiful bass that was. That thing was
Would they coat
probably
it-
$1,000.
What'd they coat it with?
I forget. It was like a clear polyurethane or something.
Oh, poly. Yeah. You got to have certain conditions for that stuff. It's very temperamental. Hey, DJ, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a nitrocellulose lacquer guy. I like that. I ran into. I'm redoing the back of one of my Epiphones. It's an Indonesian-made 2014 Epiphone, I do believe. And it's in really good condition except for a lot of buckle rash on the back. There's some minor scratches anywhere else, but they're real minor, hardly noticeable. And see, I don't do sanding where stuff gets in the air. I wet sand. And apparently, I did not allow enough time between wet sanding and lacquering. So I caught some moisture in between the wood and the lacquer, and I think someone warned me about that. I wasn't sure exactly the terminology they were using. I didn't recognize, but
Bear, what's wet sanding?
Well, you take wet sandpaper, and you can go all the way down to a 150 wet dry sandpaper, and you use water or like a mild soap solution, like dish soap. You can go that route too, but I just use water, and I let nothing get in the air, and you just have to wipe it down a lot and clean your sandpaper.
Okay.
And I go from 250 grit all the way to 7,000 grit. 250, 350, 400, 800, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, or I just go straight to a 2,500, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000. Those are the stages. And you could do that, make the wood all just bare, and then you could take basically a furniture polish wax made from beeswax. You could do that, and it would be fine. And then you would have a natural back, and then you blend it in to the color.
Sounds like art.
It can be. It really is. Because what you're doing is you're revealing the mahogany back. Because the whole guitar is mahogany. And I do believe the neck is also mahogany on that particular model. And it's really beautiful sunburst blue on the front. It's got the mahogany grain. And I don't know if there was a shortage of mahogany wood back in 2014, but there is basically about an inch wide strips that they glued together of a bunch of pieces of mahogany that made up the back, and it's pretty dynamite.
It sounds it, man. So almost a spiritual experience. My dad was a musician. Is a musician. And so when I hear you guys talk about guitars, love for the feel of them. I understand what you're saying, but I've never been even used myself.
Well, I guarantee you, if you were to get a guitar, you would form a personal attachment to it. A spiritual one too. I think a lot of the it's like the mahogany and the certain types of wood, they ring. There's something about it ring. I picked up the Epiphone. Gibson wanted Epiphone to start making Epiphone custom shop guitars. And those guitars are basically based off of Gibson custom shop guitars. And a Gibson custom shop, it can be, there's a couple different types. One's got the 5-layer banding on the front of the guitar. Sometimes there's 5. and then you got the banding that goes up the neck, and then you got sometimes there's a 5-layer banding that goes on the edges of the headstock, and those are really expensive custom guitars. They start anywhere from $2,500 up to $5,000, and then collector, if it's a collector guitar, it can go up to $50,000.
Wow.
Yeah. There was I think it was a custom shop version of the Les Paul. It was from the 70s, and there was only so many made, and Trogley, he got like 4 of them or 5 of them, and it is just freaking amazingly beautiful. It was all wood, all the accents wood. There was no plastic pieces at all, and just freaking beautiful. And so I'm at that stage where the next Gibson I'm probably going to end up getting is probably going to be a custom shop. There's a couple ones that I've been looking at. They're between $25,000 and $3,000, and there's some really nice ones that are $5,000. And then if you really want to go the route, you can custom order from Gibson. But that can be anywhere from a $2,500 to a $5,000 guitar when you do it that way. And you got choices. But what I like about the Tribute is there's no thrills, there's no bullshit about it. It is straight up 50s spec. And I gotta say, I replaced the knobs because I didn't trust the knobs. Because the guy put goddamn Van Halen guitar fucking strap buttons on a Gibson, and he put the wrong size screw on the front one, and that's a real good way to split the wood on your expensive Gibson, because the Tribute, brand new, it retails for $12.99. And I got a Canadian-made Gibson case that he decided to include with it. Canadian cases are worth at least $300 because the Canadian-made cases are made better. Now, there's cases that are made that Gibson has made. They actually had to have ones made in China recently because of getting stuff imported back from Canada. Weird, right? So they were having a hard time getting stuff from Canada because of all the Convid bullshit and the Pink Elephant stomping on everyone's toes and ruining everyone's fun and ruining their businesses and all that stuff. The Pink Elephant did all that. Well, there's, I forget, I think it wasn't Guatemala, but somewhere in South America, Gibson has cases made. Those are okay. Ecuador, I think. I think made in Ecuador, maybe. And those cases are okay. Their quality might be slightly better than a Chinese-made Gibson case because they had to have them made there. And they have American-made ones, too. But if you can get yourself a vintage case anywhere from the late 90s to the 2000s, if you can get it for $150, you got a good deal, because they normally retail for about $300.
No, every once in a while go out to the market and see some of those cases, and people are selling them, they have no clue what they're worth.
Now, the banding on the case on the outside, how some cases have 2?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Canadian-made ones only has 1. That's how you can tell they're made in Canada. They're put together better. So the case I have here, it's a Chinese-made one for the red Gibson I got, because basically Gibson was having a hard time getting them made in Canada, and so they went to 2 different sources, one in South America and one in China.
I know the last time I was out looking for cases, most of these shops they sell trap. It's all the soft case. The partial soft case, but they got the hard dividers in there. That's all they have anymore.
Yeah, it's like I seen basically the reason why I got the Tribute was because it came in a case. And I didn't know it was going to come in a Gibson case. I thought it was going to be in a black Epiphone case or something like that. He said it came with a case, but that was unclear. So it was a very happy surprise. Like, oh yeah, I like that. And it's got all the case candy that the guitar came with. Basically, case candy. Some Gibson guitars comes with a Gibson tool. It's a multi-tool. They come with the Born-On picture. So when they're done, when they do the finishing touches on the guitar, it's ready to be put up for sale. They take a picture of it when it's done. I have the picture of this guitar, the Born-On picture, and the other Gibson I have the Born-On picture. I have all the case candy that originally came with this because the guy I bought the red one from, he knew his stuff about Gibsons and stuff like that. Big time. And so I learned a little bit about things from him. And that red one, I paid $15.41 tax. No, $17.41 with tax. Shipping was included, luckily. You figure you're gonna spend $1,500 before tax. There better be some freaking free shipping.
No, man.
Because I made up some rules for myself when getting guitars on Reverb. One, they must come in a case. They have to come in a case. So you buy it, that comes in a case. I mean, it could be a shitty case, but as long as the case is functional, it'll work. And the other thing is when you're buying a guitar, the headstocks. The way the angle and the way Gibson guitars are made, headstocks break all the fucking time. And you got to watch out for that. You got to look at the pictures. If they're not showing a picture of the back of the headstock, where the headstock meets the neck, they're probably hiding something if they're not showing that kind of picture. And so you got to look for that.
Why do they break so much?
It's because of the way they're made in the angle. And some Gibsons, you got to make sure you got a good strap that won't neck dive on you. And when you play them by hand, and if you let go of it because of their awkwardness, or in people being stupid, setting their guitar against something, and then all of a sudden they fall. All it takes is one good fall of that guitar standing straight up like this, leaning on something. If it falls backwards, the guitar neck is at an angle. And the neck is the first thing it's going to hit.
Right.
The top of the neck.
Not only that, not fair, but the thing is where all the stress on the guitar is right at the headstock.
Yeah.
That's where everything for the strings is hanging.
Yeah. And there's a few things when you're buying a guitar in Reverb. The guitar, you got to make sure that you loosen all the strings a little, so there's no tension on the headstock. And they gotta take the switch tip off of the switch. Those things break in shipping all the time. In a case. It'll break in a case. So you take that off. It screws right off. You put it in bubble wrap and put it in the compartment in the case. And those are criteria you gotta look for. And normally the most people selling guitars, they don't know how they're boxed. It's like that 2014 guitar. I'm surprised that the fucking neck didn't break in shipping because that woman, she put it in upside down on purpose.
My God.
On purpose. Right. Because I asked if she was going to make sure the neck was stationary because I know about necks and how they can break release because it's in a gig bag. And so I asked. And so it must have pissed her off. And I wrote a review about it too. I gave her 2 stars for that.
Yeah, you should have. That's
because
shit.
There's fancy bubble wrap that's sealed. It's really hard. You can stick the guitar bottom inside that piece, and then they got the neck piece that's a lot like bubble wrap. It's got 3 layers. 1, 2, 3, and then it's got the wall surrounding it. You put that over the headstock. And then you put stuff like, have you ever seen that bubble wrap that you can't pop? You put rolls and layers next to the neck on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And then you double box the box. You put that box in another box with bubble wrap surrounding it. And you
Is that without a case?
With or without a case is how you should
Okay.
do it. And most come in a guitar box, and sometimes Epiphone will send you the guitar box. But that guitar box is shaped like a kind of a triangle. It's supposed to be the same way I said how to pack that guitar. You double box them so that way you're preventing, especially if you're buying Gibson Les Pauls or Gibson guitars, because there's only a few different ones that have. It's like there's a couple that have a hockey stick angle. I call them the hockey stick guitars. So, and it's like the they've got some weird ones, and I think there's a Flying V that's got a bent style headstock. Reminds me of and then, but I like the one that's got the triangle one that goes straight out with a little bit of triangle. It's kind of cool. Hey, Wes, thank you. Appreciate that. How you doing, man? But yeah, it's been a real learning experience. It's been a real learning experience. It also helps. Yes, they are. Yep. Just talking about that. Yep.
Hey, you want to talk about a learning experience, Bear? So most of the basses I get their full size. When I was up north cleaning out my dad's house, I picked up a short neck bass by Mitchell. A short neck bass.
Mitchell makes a halfway decent acoustic guitar.
It's an acoustic electric bass, but it's a short neck. So it's almost the size of a regular, I guess like the Mexican acoustic basses or guitars rather. And this
I've seen those.
and it's so hard to play because the fret space is so small.
I've seen those. When I was 11, Grandma and Grandpa took me to one of these famous restaurants that had mariachi band playing on stage, and I got to see an 18 or 19 piece mariachi band. And the bass that you basically it looks like an acoustic bass guitar. Only difference is the frickin' thing is huge. And I'm surprised they can work the strap and wear it around their neck. It's huge. It's like huge, crazy. And the back of the guitar has that curve to it. Classical instrument. And it was fretted. It's fretted bass. There's some that ain't, though. There's some that don't have no frets.
Well, did you ever see the basses they were doing by the company was called Ovation?
I've heard of Ovation.
Yeah, they got that big bell back to their basses.
Oh, they also make a really good acoustic guitar as well.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that like a mid-pricey brand?
Yeah, they're somewhere around the 15 to 2,000, depending.
Oh yeah. Just a little under a Martin price.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. There's a guy I watch on YouTube. His channel name looks like it would sound like Tuford, and he's a luthier. He repairs guitars and basses and violins and stuff like that. And he does neck repairs on guitars, and I've seen a few that he's done. And so because of everything that he has done, I know what to look for when I'm looking at a guitar on Reverb. And watching him, I learned so much about fixing and repairing guitars and stuff like that. A lot of stuff I've seen him doing. It's like, I could do that. A lot of stuff he did, it's like, no, I cannot do that. I watched him rebuild the inside of a 1929 Martin, because pretty much all the ribs inside everything inside it was just done. And he replaced all of it, rebuilt the whole inside. It was freaking blew my mind. I'm like, wow. And he makes videos of fixing these guitars. It's amazing. It's amazing what this guy can do. He's up in Canada, and he has a hard time. Up in Canada, they have a little bit more stricter rules about celluloid pick guards and stuff like that. Do you know that celluloid picks and pick guards are very flammable? Very.
I've never tried to set one on fire.
I did. I did. I was trying to get it warm to bend it and mold it. That sucker lit on fire quick. Like, yeah, they're very, very, very flammable. All it takes is one little cinder, a spark, tiny, a small bit of flame, and it just went like, holy cow. And they off gas. So you got your pretty nitrocellulose lacquer finish over a sunburst or a cherry stain. And what'll happen is if you have a pick guard that's made from that material, it's very flammable. It will off gas, and it will cause the area underneath the pick guard to discolor. And it'll be, especially if it's because nitrocellulose lacquer will age and turn a yellow color. They got a lot of white Gibson guitars that are white, and a lot of people like the aged look. That's what they go for. And if you have one of those kind of pick guards, because there's a lot of pick guards that ain't made from that. And what'll end up happening is the area underneath the pick guard, because the pick guard doesn't lay down flat. It lays up at an angle, and air can get under there. So what happens is the pick guard off gases the stuff that it's made from, and it causes the white to be a more discolored yellow. And it's something to be aware of, to watch out for. Those old 70s spec and 60s spec stuff sometimes it's better to get a better replacement. Because Trogley, he always warns, if you're going to store this guitar, you might want to take the pick guard off so it doesn't off-gas. Because when you put a guitar in an enclosed space like a case, everything has gases, everything off-gas, even the plastics. So if you've got a piece of plastic that will off-gas, you might want to take the pick guard off during storage, long-term storage. But I live in an area where I don't have to worry about the moisture being too much or too little, because the humidity here inside the house, it fluctuates between 59 and 62%. And between 49 and 59 is perfect humidity for guitars. And there's a lot of times when you order a guitar from an area that's cold and where the air is dry, what ends up happening is you get fret sprout. The wood shrinks, and then the fret will stick out a little bit, and it's not good, not good at all. It can really damage your guitar, being in a too dry environment, and it's bad, man. It'll ruin your guitar if you're not careful. And that's the one thing that I'm always checking for, because they have special packages you can get that's like a little humidor. You can put it inside your guitar case, and it'll keep the humidity constant if it's dry. I watched one of these guys. He had a beautiful Gibson guitar. It was a standard, and he got a little bit of neck warpage, and he got a little bit of fret buzz going on, big time. And so they had to basically re-moisturize it a little bit with that, and then come back and do the frets. And it's a really delicate process. You know, you can really, if you don't know how to, because I know how to refinish frets, because I have the proper tools for it. I'm not expert at it. I can do basic leveling if it needs to. There's a spot on the Gibson Tribute below the 12th fret. I think it's the 15th fret. I'm going to have to file it. So yeah, so how was the hurricane weather down there?
It wasn't that bad. And hopefully it didn't come to the area that it came before, which got really hit bad. When I was down there working, it's still trees knocked over and on the side of the road. And, I just felt bad. I didn't realize how bad hurricanes could be until I saw the damage in this last one before that one.
That little strip of peninsula that sticks out where all the beaches are at, there is a, I'm trying to remember the name of that beach. Is it
Captiva and Sanibel Island.
That whole strip, the whole beachfront, it was just destroyed.
Yeah, it was leveled. Well, my wife works for Florida Highway Patrol, so they had people that were going out there escorting DeSantis out there, and yeah, it was leveled. We actually have friends and family who lost everything in it.
Wow.
Damn, that's a shame.
Hey, that's a smart thing right here. You see, folks forget about the old technologies and the things that were used. It's like around here, there's a lot of wood stoves, and there's a huge teapot. You fill it up and you put it on top of your stove, and you don't use it for tea really. What you're doing is you're putting moisture into the air, because that dry wood heat can dry stuff out real good, and so it helps to. Yeah, I forgot about this. I've seen teapots on wood stoves. They weren't exactly for making tea either. It was to keep moisture in the air. Yeah, that's smart.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Well, people forget. People are being trained how to react by watching TV programs, screaming, running away. Well, where do you think they learned it from? They learned it from watching TV. How to react to a disaster. Well, they learned it from watching TV. And I think it's mostly applies to Generation Z. And
electronic all of social media.
Yeah. But you see, my dad taught me that everything coming out of that box is fake. It's not real. And so I had that layer. And I'm teaching my kids. Anything coming out that fucking box, it's fake. It's not real. Even the news, it's fake. It's all of it. You can't trust it. It's fake. It's entertainment. That's all that is.
Right.
And my dad taught me that when I was 5 years old, because I was taking it serious.
Bear, I had one of the 3-day installation tomorrow after bed. But I wanted to say happy birthday.
I appreciate that.
And it's good to see everybody on the panel, in the chat. Be good to each other. Take care, dude. Have a great birthday.
And live by that.
Yeah, brother. Later.
Take care, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Tonight, Stephen.
So yeah, there's and it's just been occurring to me that I've been watching these TV shows and looking at the way people are reacting. And guess what? Society reacts exactly like how they react in the fucking TV shows. It doesn't take a genius to connect the two. Got a whole generation of kids that was under my generation, who they raised kids, and their kids was Generation Z. They're the teenagers that are coming up just now, and they're stupid. All of them. They're not smart. They're not instinctually smart. And I've just been paying attention to all this. And I keep telling my son, who is going to be 13 or 14, time flies, and I keep telling him to read books. Read as many books as you can. I don't care if it's boring. Read. Keep reading, because you're going to get smarter behind reading. You're going to learn new words. Your vocabulary will get big. Yes, Yes, exactly. And that's why there's lots of people out there that just don't want nothing to do with it no more. And they're making rules about schools and all that stuff. I mean, they put Common Core math into schools. So, did you know that colleges don't use it? They don't teach it. So, there's about to be a whole generation of kids that are getting ready to go to college that were taught Common Core math. And guess what? They're going to fail. They're going to fail miserably because they don't know how real math works. They weren't taught.
What's Common Core math?
It's a type of math they're using here in the United States. It was I want to say Obama put that forward. I think it was Obama that brought Common Core math from his education department. And it's basically, they use formulas to do the long way of doing math, which makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Make you do all this formula stuff to get to the answer when, was Bush? Must have been the tail end of his term. So was Bush. Yeah. I'm not surprised. One of those, what you call it.
That's actually why you get some stuff out now that if they try to make changes in the store, they can't do it.
No. I've never been able to make change. I can't count backwards like that because I'm backwards. I count differently. Yeah, I would never be able to count change backwards. I've just like scratched my head. It's like, how do they count backwards like that? It doesn't click with me for some reason. Yeah, it's probably true. But yeah, Steven working on Sunday. I never heard of Steven working on Sunday. I don't know. But yeah.
Hey, Bear. I'm going to try to show you that Mitchell real quick. So that's blue standard. It's a little bit cheaper. And this is the right next to it. See how much shorter it is.
Are those both Mitchells?
No, this is a Mitchell, and I don't know what the other one is. It's just cheap garbage for away car. But yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that thing is the size of a regular car.
Show me the headstocks. Show me the base. The one on the right, the headstock. The blue one. I want to get a close look at that headstock. Back up a little. There you go. That headstock looks familiar.
It's copied after the Fender.
It's a what?
It's copied after a Fender.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I've never seen a Fender guitar headstock, whether bass or regular guitar or anything like that.
Do you remember the Squire bass?
That looks like a copy of a PRS headstock.
Well, I have a Fender acoustic bass back and the headstock similar. It's not exact, but it's similar.
Yeah, I haven't seen very many Fender basses. I don't see very many of them.
They don't make a lot of them.
Interesting shape headstock, that blue bass.
It's very tinny sounding. It's definitely cheap.
All right. I've got more places to set stuff down now. Wow, we had 8 people at one point. I think that's like a freaking record. Something broke somewhere.
It's called birthday.
Well, if you remember last year, I had all kinds of bigger, larger YouTubers hanging out, but I guess I'm not good enough anymore. Hey, man, I'm a whole different person now. I don't care. I'm going to speak my mouth. That's all right.
What, have you started that lately?
Heather, what?
Did you start that lately? I thought that was like always.
Oh, Tommy lost his mic. Oh, shit. Fucking bots. My mouse acting crazy. Hey, Tommy, reconnect your mic. All right. Why can't I see them bots? All right, come on. Yeah. Girls4.xyz. You've been put in timeout for 300 seconds. They may have. All right, there you go. Your mic connected. Lost your mic, huh?
Yeah, well, I unplugged the camera. And for some reason that affected the mic.
Would you unplug? You glitched.
Just the camera.
Oh, you're using your camera's mic then?
No.
I check it.
No, I see down on my dashboard it says I'm using the toner.
Oh, that's really weird. Because yeah, my camera, it's got a built-in mic, and every now and then it likes to assert itself. Hasn't lately though.
Well, remember I was telling you earlier about the PC is having problems. This is one of the problems.
Oh.
But sometimes I'll have to after I unplug the camera, I gotta take the mic plug, unplug it, back in, back with it a few times, and then hit the mute about 3 or 4 times, and then maybe I'll get the mic back.
Well, I haven't had bots like that in a long time. That's crazy. Oh, and what the frick is up with thought bots following you on Twitter, and then you follow back, and then all of a sudden they're asking you to go to their special sweet spot sites. You know what I'm saying? And anymore, I'm just blocking them. Blocking. It's like, you know what? If you're not selling coffee and working at a coffee stand, don't follow me on Twitter because you're more than likely a thought bot. You know, the girls working at coffee stands, sure, yeah, the majority of them have OnlyFans, but they don't really ask their customers to go there. They just let them know they have it. Yeah.
Well, one of the things I've been seeing recently is I'm not even getting regular invites. These people are just trying to avoid the chat groups. Like what? What? Get out of here.
Really?
Yeah, they send you DMs with a link to a private chat group.
Oh, yeah, getting you. It's like, yeah, we want to promote you and do all of this. You can do this and do that. It's like, yeah, block. Reported. Yep. Yeah, I've had that too. Adding me to a chat. I'm not following them. Yeah, craziness, man. Telling you. So yeah, I've got like 9 guitars now. I've got a really nice mahogany natural color with a Koa top, Epiphone Les Paul custom, and that guy was also. I bought a guitar from a YouTuber, so I got to see my guitar played before I even ordered it. I didn't tell him that I knew this because I'm good at figuring things out, and I got that guy figured pretty quick. And what is it with people that collect hard rock or metal guitars, and they change parts on a guitar? This was okay, but they don't understand that I want the parts they took off included with the guitar, because that will make that guitar worth more money. And this is a 1-inch thick Koa top on this guitar. Freaking amazing.
Well, not only that, you have the original parts, it makes it easier for you to find them if you want to get exact replacements.
Yeah. And so I found a company up in Canada that was making abalone pick guard and back covers. Now, the back cover that went over the pots, the potometers, I had the razor carve, use a razor and trim it to get it to fit properly. Because I got that one up in Canada, and I gotta say, it wasn't really worth the money that I spent for those, because they were not cheap. And they didn't have the size specs completely accurate. And the only reason why I knew about using one of those old-fashioned razors, you know, the razor knife, whether they're the angled ones or the straight ones, you got 2 different types of box knives. And while I used the razor to trim, I had to do it to the pick guard because it wouldn't fit right. And the reason why I knew how to do that is I watched a couple guitar modders doing that, razoring the pick guard so it'll fit. And I didn't have to do much, but I've watched Tuford do it. And I watched him use razor to trim binding and stuff like that. And it's just freaking amazing what this guy can do. He's pretty good, knows his stuff. And so I razor trimmed the potometer cover to where it fit. Man, it was trial and error. Keep going, put it there. Nope, keep going, put it there. And talk about fucking messy. I was using the vacuum every 5 minutes, just vacuuming up everything I was doing. But yeah, it was a bit of a chore, but I got it to where it fit perfect. Now it'll pretty much fit any Gibson or Les Paul now. Any Gibson or Epiphone Les Paul. It'll fit nice. And it's important if you replace stuff on the guitar, you got to make sure it's Gibson parts if it's a Gibson guitar or the brand of that guitar, because it will take away from the value. There's player grade and there's collector's grade. Player grade normally has a certain amount of damage, natural wear, being abused, but still plays good. I've even heard neck stock repairs be labeled as player grade. But if you ever want to get rid of that guitar and make a profit off of it, you don't want a broken neck stock guitar, because they're not really worth all that much. I mean, they'll try to get $2,300 or $3,000 or $3,500 out of it, but a lot of times it'll just sit there and reverb and nobody will buy it because no one really wants to buy a repaired headstock. It could be the most awesome repaired headstock. It could last 100 years, and most people just, they don't want to buy it. Here's all you cats out in the chat. Salute. And the panel.
Salute.
Oh, the vapor. Oh, yeah. Whew. That's what I like about cognac. You don't need a lot of it to make your face red, and you don't need a lot of it to get, if you're going for the not so inebriated, but a little bit of buzz, a little bit of floating. It's good for that. And it'll make you warm. Whew. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's certain stuff that I'm looking for when I'm buying a Gibson guitar. And so yeah, it's either going to be either a standard or a custom shop. Now I was just telling you about the custom shop ones that's got the binding on the front. Well, they've got ones that have the binding on the back as well. Sometimes those tend to be a little bit thicker, and they might be hollowed out a little bit because of the special the way they're made. And those sometimes don't have back covers. So the way you have to get to it is where the jack plate on the side of the guitar is a little bit bigger, and they have to fish everything in and connect it that way. Pain in the ass. So if you got one of those guitars, your local guitar repairman's gonna fucking love you. Especially if you need to replace the pots. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. So basically, you take some strings, you put it through the holes, and then you attach the string to the pots. And you slowly pull everything in, and then, you know, you have your nut on that string, and just put it down and connect the nut, and stuff like that. That's how some do it. It's one of the main ways, but let me tell you, man, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, they do. Yeah. My Groat, believe it or not, it was a pain in the ass to intonate, but I finally got it intonated. And that guitar resonates because it's all mahogany. It's a solid chunk of mahogany. Even though the neck's glued in, it's still all mahogany. That's kind of how they do it. And Groat, that green, beautiful guitar, it looks like a Gibson Classic, but it's named Groat. And it's amazing. It's a beautiful guitar. That was a $198 guitar. Now, that same guitar, you can't find it anymore. And anyone that is selling one, it's now selling for about $300. So it's gone up in value. That's nice. My Telecaster, my Bullet, it's gone up in value. I've seen someone selling my exact same year that I got for about $250. So it's gone up in value. That was $199. So yeah, I got 5 people. Yeah, I see my subs have dropped down to 405 subscribers. I was at 407.
Yeah, the up and down game of YouTube.
Yeah. So yeah, they finally put back the community tab on YouTube channels. I was so irritated when they took that away.
Yeah, I never used it that much. But every once in a while, something. Usually I reserve that for Rorschach and his excerpts.
Okay, I got it. Okay. I posted a picture of the guitar I'm repairing on YouTube. Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Tina?
Tina, how you doing? Nice to see you. All right, where is that? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, it's right there. That's not right there. No. That's right there. Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. That's what it looked when I was done putting down the lacquer. Looked pretty nice. But there's a little something I learned about moisture under the lacquer. This here was a repaired ding right there. Barely noticeable. Super glue infilled. I filled it in with super glue and then did the razor scraping trick and then sanding and then spraying down the nitrocellulose lacquer. But the problem is basically I didn't let the because I wet sand. I didn't let it dry. So I got white watermarks coming up here and there. So I'm gonna have to take it all down past that watermark area and talk about a pain. So live and learn. Live and learn. Yeah, live and learn. Sure, yeah, it looked beautiful then, but after it dried and after it started curing, that little bit of moisture here and there started bubbling up. It didn't act like a bubble. It was just like a little white speck here and there. And I'm just like, oh, yeah. And I think that's...
You know what, hey, Bear?
Prisming. What?
I just had a thought. It wasn't Fender. It was Ibanez.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking Fender. Yeah, the other one I have is an Ibanez base, not Fender.
Yeah. Yeah, I think someone in the chat referred to it as prisming under the finish. And that was just from moisture. So yeah, live and learn. Live and learn. Although I did get some cherry stain. I'm going to put a little round cherry stain in the center. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do it yet, though.
No, what are you using? Regular wood stain?
No, I am using Mohawk. Mohawk Finishing Products, Ultra Penetrating NGR Dye Stain. Cherry. Very flammable. So yeah, I think I'll take it all the way back down to the wood again. Because I should be able to lay the stain down after wet sanding. Technically. Because it's not what you call, this isn't a lacquer. It's just a penetrating stain. You know, I gotta say, just on an offhand subject, Avast antivirus, they're really ticking me off because they keep trying to upsell me on certain stuff, and I'm sick of that shit. I just want what I want, and I don't want them to bug me about it.
They shouldn't have to push it. If their product is that good, you should want it yourself.
Their product is pretty good. Because it's telling me I have one vulnerable driver, resolve. And then it goes to, 2-year subscription. Like, oh, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Like, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Knock it off.
There was one I was using for free. It's called Bitdefender. Not once they ever bugged me for a subscription. Not once.
Bitdefender. That sounds familiar. Yeah, it sure does, RR. Well, lesson learned. Moisture under your nitrocellulose lacquer will basically you'll get little white blemishes. It's really weird. It looks funny. Yeah. And so apparently I tried to add a little bit of this just to test this. I knew it was ruined anyway, and so I ruined it more. I'm going to have to sand it, so it doesn't really make a difference. I just wanted to see what this finishing NGR dye stain would do. And, it does not like, it responds to it like something stronger than paint thinner. Paint stripper. It acts like a paint stripper on lacquer. It makes it soft after it's dried. It's really weird how it responded. Left speckles. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to when I do the water sanding. I'm gonna put the guitar about 20 inches away from the radiator heater. 20 inches, 25 inches is a good distance. And the radiator heater puts off a good amount of heat to where between water sanding I could probably in 2 days get it bone dry. And then apply the lacquer. Yeah, I could see that. Well, here's the thing about nitrocellulose lacquer. Once the wood's bone dry, nitrocellulose lacquer is basically water-based. And it's pretty close to water-based. And it works well with other water-based products. And what I like about nitrocellulose lacquer is you can put a layer, let it dry. 3 hours later, if it's warm out, 3 hours later, you can put another layer down. As long as there's at least three, and it dries fast. Nitrocellulose lacquer dries really fast. And so you put down a coat, wait 3 hours, come back, put another coat. And then after about 3 coats, you want to let it sit, breathe for a day or so, and then you can put another coat. And provided that if you wet sanded the wood to get the finish off, so you didn't want to get the stuff in the air, and then you let it dry, and then you apply that lacquer. And if everything dried the way it's supposed to, it'll look nice. You won't get no blemishing or anything like that. Watching these guys fix guitars and put lacquer down and stuff like that, and learning about that, it's one thing, but actually doing it and putting into practice, that's another. So yeah, 51 years old, man. It's freaking amazing.
Used to run, mate.
Oh yeah. And I know that.
A young man still working his way through life.
Oh, for sure. You got to be patient. Nitrocellulose lacquer is not hard to work with, but it can be a little temperamental. You have to do things a certain way. A nitrocellulose lacquer, if it dries too fast and shrinks, it can crack. I've learned quite a bit about nitrocellulose lacquer and the surfaces and the things you can do. Yeah. So if I mix my blue dye with the cherry dye, I can make purple. Or a purplish color. Probably leaning a little more toward a maroon color. Because I've been avoiding dry sanding because I don't want that to get into the air. Just for that reason. Yeah, when you're doing sanding and stuff, definitely you got to wear a mask because you know what? Sinus infections suck. If you don't wear one of those filter masks meant for sanding when you're sanding stuff, you don't want to breathe all that particulate matter in. And yes, I do have a mask for the nitrocellulose spray can. I do have a mask meant for filtering that particular thing out. Plus, my air conditioner has, believe it or not, a vent mode. Run a fan. And I can shoot the air in my room with the door shut out the window if I have to do any nitrocellulose work. Oh, yeah, wet sanding? Definitely. Because all you do is you end up getting a paste, wipe the paste off, clean the sandpaper, start again. Yeah, I went through all those grit layers to a smooth glass finish. And I'm just like, should I just get some of that wax polish, let it dry, then super buff the back and not have no finish and have it all natural? I thought about that. Absolutely, I did think about that. All right. What's that all about? Oh, there we go. Let's see here. I'm checking on my Audio Hero subscription. Oh, no kidding. So I am active until January 10, 2023. Oh, cool. It's kind of cool that I only had to pay $19.99 for the whole frickin' year. That was amazing.
Night kick.
Hey, taking off, Keck. I thought you already took off a couple times. Thanks for coming back if you did take off. Hey, man, have a great one. So, yeah, this is pretty much... has anyone heard from Final Death Star?
Last I heard, he was working on some kind of project, but it was unclear exactly what the project was, but it was going to be something that kept him tied up for a very long time.
Because he's got no activity on his YouTube channel, no activity on Twitter. And here's the thing. Some of you out there that are ghost watching, when I give someone my phone number that I consider a friend, and they never give me a call, they don't give me theirs, I consider that like a hostile act. That's not a real friend. Yeah, I'm putting that out there. And I've done that with Final, and I've done that with a couple other people. And all that does to me, tell me, is, you know what? That's not my fucking friend. And I only want my friends surrounding me. I don't need any fucking pretenders. I'm gonna put that out there right fucking now. I'm not a pretender. I'm real. What I do is real. And I'm out here putting my opinion on here on my channel, and I am genuine. If I say that you basically are my friend, I mean it.
I didn't know that one. Or said they demonetized his channel.
Yeah, I seen that. I didn't know that. It's not like Final came out and says, "Hey, help with this or help with that." He just rolled over and took it, I guess. Because I don't remember him seeing any post about him talking about it.
Yeah, I do know Drew talked to him.
Yeah, I was on a 3-way call with Drew and Final. Apparently, Drew was good enough to get a phone call or get given the number, and I wasn't. I'm a little fucking salty about that, quite honestly. And I don't mind putting it out there. I'm genuine. I'm real. If I say I'm your fucking friend, we'll ride and die for life. You know what I'm saying? I'll go out of my way to help you if I can. That's just the way I am.
I'm kind of in that position to an extent. I've become the pig everybody loves to hate.
But yeah, I'm genuine. I'm real. So yeah, and it's like, I'm like, all of you know me. All of you know that I've said, hey man, you're pushing that thing there. You can't push that thing. You wanna know how to talk about stuff on YouTube? Check out Florida Marquis' channel. He's got it nailed down. He's monetized and everything. And he does offer $1 Patreon. And that's all he'll ever ask for. And he lets you know that, hey, you can get a year and save and not pay $1. And so I'm on his Patreon, and I check out his channel. He's a pretty upstanding kind of guy. He's a Christian. He's from Florida. And but I don't let that get in the way. He's got some good things to say. And he's been fairly accurate. He's former Army intelligence, retired, I think. Yeah, YouTube is funny that way about your presence and stuff like that. If you're not making a presence on your channel, the algorithm will bury you, basically. So YouTube, when you're monetized, they want you to stream a lot, live stream.
Or at the very least, they want you putting up a lot of videos so that they can make money.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. Having a code, and actually living by it, and not living by your code. It's like, also when it comes to, spirituality and stuff like that, what you believe in, you can't serve two masters. It just doesn't work. And when it comes to that spiritual walk, some of us refer to Creator as Creator. Some use Tankashila. They use other words for Creator. And when you can't serve two different beliefs or faiths because it doesn't work that way. And I knew someone that was a Mason. And a Mason and their teachings and their ceremonies are very different. And it's got a lot of different things. And my friend one time, because we both knew someone that was a Mason and someone that walked in that native way. And the one thing that he could not understand and confused him and made him ask questions was, why is he a Mason? Why does he go to these native ceremonies and he's still a Mason? And I guess I thought about that for a couple years. And I was like, you know what? Damn it. He's got a really good point. Because, you know, there's a lot of unknown things that most people don't know about Masonry in the lodge. And well, I happen to know. And a lot of it ain't really all that pretty. And I'm there. You either serve one or the other. You're either good or bad. There's no in between. There's no serving both when it comes to that kind of thing. And I'm not saying Masonry is bad. What I am saying is perhaps there's some people in it that aren't so good. And that's basically the in general thing about life. There's the good and bad in everything. Hey, Parrot Head. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, all his content's gone? Did YouTube remove those? Or did he?
Oh, well, they do have a thing on YouTube's term of services. If at any point you become or demonetized, rather, they can actually take your whole channel down.
Oh. That's insane. That's crazy. That is nuts, man.
There's a lot of funny shit that they got in terms of service.
And they keep changing them all the time.
Yeah. So does they like playing games too.
You know, Amazon actually threatened me one time. They sent me a threatening letter via email. And they, because, you know, I'm a caveat opter kind of buyer. And that means in Latin, buyer beware. I took a class back in high school, adult high school. The class name was called Caveat Opter. And we had this sharp lady that was really good about seeing what things are worth, knowing how to buy stuff, and knowing whether it's a scam or whether it's a good deal, and taught us everything to do with buyer's rights. And it was a cool class, and she made the class fun. And I learned about Caveat Opter, buyer beware. Be aware of what you're buying. And if you're buying something, be sure you're getting everything that you're paying for. And that's a cool thing. And a lot of times, man, when you're paying for certain things, whether they're subscriptions or not, the terms and conditions are the ones that will get you. But you know, I was just sticking up for myself. And the A to Z guarantee. I'm gonna make them give me a refund. I am a ravenous wolf when it comes to that, and I go for the throat. I've been a telemarketer, so I know the ins and outs. I know what to say. I know what to do. There's a lot of key terminology that you can use, like Federal Trade Commission. You file a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission. Once they get so many complaints, it's lawsuit time. And that's how T-Mobile was taken care of and sued over their auto membership stuff. They were being signed up for memberships that was within T-Mobile, like radio, music, or little things that they can sell you, or services that's part of T-Mobile. Well, they were adding stuff, and people didn't really know, and it was charging them certain amounts, like $19 a month or something like that, and so they were sued, and they had to pay it all back. My mom got a check in the mail. So everyone that got caught up in it, and they got the refund, basically. And basically, T-Mobile had to pay a huge fine. And so squeaky wheel always gets that grease. You just got to be a squeaky wheel. But they sent me... they threatened to basically delete my Amazon that I had. And I was real nice and described everything to them. I go, first of all, you're violating my rights right now by sending me this, because I have consumer rights. I also have constitutional rights. And all those things guarantee my rights. And you're kind of violating them, because I have a right to consumer rights, and I have that right. And and if you do this again, I'm going to sue you, and I will be filing a claim with the FTC.
Well,
I got an apology. I got an apology the very next day.
Oh,
They
so
apologized.
there's something funny about Amazon. So I get messages from them all the time, whether it's email or actually on my phone as a message. And they're always talking about how they're going to shut down my Amazon account, that there's fraudulent activity on it.
That's a spam.
Yeah,
I've seen that one. I've got that one.
I have never had an Amazon account.
That's funny. Yeah, I get one of those twice a month. About 5 months ago is when it started. So I keep adding it to spam. Those kind of things. I've gotten an email from Amazon, and it was legit. It was the real thing. And but yeah, you got to watch out. There's one that says there's one for PayPal too, a scam, and it looks legitimate. It looks real. It's like hold on a minute. I'll go check out and log into my, not through their link, through another link.
No, I've seen PayPal and eBay as well. Also, I have a Steam account that somebody had also opened up for me. In one day, no shit, I got over 40 emails from Steam saying that somebody tried to access my account, and here's the code to log on.
What?
Yeah. 40
accounts?
40 attempts to log into my account.
No shit. Wow. Yeah, that's why, I don't know if you noticed, but when you log in to StreamYard, they send you a code so you can log in. You ever notice that about StreamYard? It's secure like that. I kind of like that.
I actually don't get that.
Well, you're probably in and out of your yard account enough to where you stay logged in. But
I've been there every few days.
Oh yeah.
Damn right. Or Rorschach.
Yeah, the yeah, I think finally just went outside the formula. If you keep it all about entertainment and you have little flickers here and there of stuff you talk about, you're going to be all right. But you get too serious and all that stuff, and you get away from the having fun aspect. They take you a little more serious. Whereas me, I don't care. I don't really cover the craziness. I just cover the fun stuff, the fun things about UFOs and stuff like that. I don't get too deep into the anything to do with governments and what they're doing and what they're hiding to do with UFOs. I stay away from that.
Well, I mean, right around the time that he disappeared, they were starting to crack down on any channel that was talking about alien or paranormal.
It depends on how it's being done. If they were being real super serious and trying to get people's attention, that's probably why it got that attention. If there isn't any what you call conspiracy type political connections and keep it all about the fun stuff and be kind of vague, it works out real good. I know a lot of channels that still exist today that's their formula. That's how they've been doing things, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
There's a few of those channels I watch where they talk about conspiracy theories surrounding like the sinking of the Titanic.
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Some say names were switched.
Yes, I've heard that one.
Yeah.
I've also heard about the fire, if you know that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. There's quite a few historical documentaries that's floating around on YouTube that are legitimate. Couple are some cable channels. They're pretty obscure, but it's kind of similar to the History Channel, but it's something else. But there's quite a few good historical videos about the Titanic, and I recently watched one about a month ago. Yeah. The funny thing about information, it's always going to get out there. It's
only hide the truth for so long.
It's not going to be the red-faced man blaring on a fucking bullhorn. It's not how it's going to be. It's the whisper. Yeah. It's the quiet thing being spoken and giving information. And one thing, it's like anyone yelling and screaming, the majority of people don't take that serious. That's how you can tell it's controlled opposition, because they're yelling and screaming and being belligerent. And no, I'm not going to name who the person that does that. I don't care to go that far. But, yelling and screaming in the way I was brought up, no one's going to take that serious. And if you want someone to pay attention and listen to what you're saying, do it in an intelligent conversation and someone that can follow along. And that's kind of how you do stuff. Yes, bubbles. Bubbles. Blow more bubbles. And when they pop, they make a wonderful sound.
I think there comes a time though when all of us get to that point where trying to talk it all rationally just doesn't work. and that's when you kind of lose it.
Well, the funny thing is, there's a calm way to be not rational. If done right, you can turn heads.
Once I get that level, that rational part goes out the window.
I know what you mean, Tommy.
Yeah, I didn't get this white stuff on my face for no reason. There's a reason why all this is white. So I just shaved this in here. That's about a 3-4 week shadow. It was actually pretty much a beard. And it's all white. Everything in here is pretty much white. The majority of my beard is white. I got this under here shaved so it'll breathe. And I've got I don't know what style of beard. It's a Nordic style beard, I guess. Did a shave and did a little trim.
Oh, that is something very interesting.
What's that?
So I was looking over a few different history books about Scandinavia, the Vikings, and all that stuff. I've read numerous books on it, but one of them was actually suggesting that the early inhabitants of Scotland have lineage to the Scandinavia.
Hello. Why do you think we're so crazy? Hello. Second generation born outside the Highlands of Scotland. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of Norse and Celts. Life. I had to make an impression. You know, impressions are important. Yeah. I haven't trimmed this at all. It's the only part of the beard that didn't get trimmed. I just cut everything down underneath.
I'll tell you, it drives me nuts. I got that goatee that I've always had. It won't get any longer. My father, on the other hand, he had a beard that went all the way down to his bottom of his stomach. He looked like Santa Claus at one point.
Parrot head. It's probably more like the insanely power boost angry and mad. Yeah, the you know the word prima nocte? Yeah, that did it. That sent shit over the edge.
I think a lot of people miss something else. The English, what everybody calls English, are not the original English. They were the Welsh. That's actually a Saxon term for native.
Yeah. I can say I don't know if I have any Welsh ancestry, but I got.
You also got to remember, Tommy, it's also Normans. So it's a lot of Welsh and not fighting Danish in the English.
The majority of England was called Daneland. Lot of history there, amazing history that my ancestry has. Just insane and crazy and wonderful at the same time.
Oh, it's great for you.
Huh?
It is great history.
Oh man, telling you. And you know, I was on my family lineage. I was able to go back 5 grandfathers, all the way back to the end of King James's reign. All the way back.
We didn't chase our family back to Richard and War of the Roses. We found to betray them. So we lost
the War of the Roses. The McDonald's were involved in that.
Wouldn't surprise me. It's not surprising.
Clan McDonald. My family dropped Clan Campbell and became Clan McDonald. There was a war between the McDonald's and the Clan McDonald and Clan Campbell.
It's right in
Yeah,
Germany
the
after the Knights Crusade, so we came to England, built our own keep, and then lost it in the betrayal of Richard III.
Yeah, a lot of things like that throughout the island's history. Most people don't know that it was called Albion, the whole island. Old, I forget which lineage of name that comes from. Probably from the Welsh, more than likely. And because don't forget, there was Pictish tribes there was Celtic tribes there. There was also where the Scots get their name from, there was the Scottish tribes. And it's been a while since I read up on that history, but there's a lot of huge history all throughout there. And it's amazing that I come from that ancestry.
It's fantastic. I died about 27 books on the War of the Roses. I died something like 12 about Norman invasion. I haven't done much about the built of Wizards since 1900, not much on that. And then I got lots of English Civil War in 1642 to 52.
Yeah, the only thing that I really don't have figured out is I've got names of the Irish side of the family and stuff like that, but their history is vague. And I just looked at the growing the beard down to my feet thing. That made me laugh. That'd be a funny look. But I seen it in cartoon mode. That was funny. Yeah, I entertained myself. Yep. There we go.
Santa Bear.
Yeah. Damn near almost. Only color that's left is right in here and down in here. Everything else is just white with some brass every now and then. Actually, silver. It looks quite silver. I guess I get that from my grandma's side of the family. Her hair turned white. Not white, but silver. And a lot of the native side of my mom's family went silver. Didn't go gray, just went silver. Platinum. Kind of cool. And I've been noticing I've got lots of gray all over. You know, go through little stressors and stuff like that. We got a new manager at the apartments that we're at. And real nice. As long as you're doing what she wants and stuff like that. But genuinely nice. Good people. Santa Bear. No. Just Big Bear or Bear. And remember, Ghost Bear is just an entertainment moniker. It came from YouTube. It's nothing spiritual about it. But it's cool. It's cool. But it's not an actual like name. It's like an entertainment name, you know.
A funny thing is I'm having a ghost in my phone. So I shoot these BattleBot videos. I have a little stand that I perch my phone on. Once I put it on the stand, I angle it just right, and then I get ready to start the fight. Hit the button to start recording, and then I play the fight to the end, and then I don't touch the camera again until the fight's over, and I turn off the camera. Lately, it's been recording, and maybe 10, 15 seconds in, it slows down like it goes into slow mode. And it stays that way until the last 10 seconds of the fight. It's doing it all on its own. And it sounds like weird, like satanic backlash type shit. I'm putting it up on the channel.
It sounds like a certain mode that I can use on my camera. It's called slow mode.
Yes, it's just like it, but the phone's doing it on its own.
Oh, wow. Because I took a picture of the snowflakes falling a couple years back, and I used slow mode. So the snowflakes are falling at regular speed and then just slow down and go real slow. And then at the very end, it just speeds up again. Yeah. I think I've used that clip in some videos. I think I mixed it in. Hey, I'm back. All I have to do is back up. And that's too comfy. So yeah, I got a new mattress now. And I really haven't had a chance to talk about it too much. At first, when we first got it, it was like trying to reposition yourself in, what do you call it? Molasses that doesn't stick to you. But you're trying to get comfortable on a molasses mattress that's too soft. Unbelievable. Crazy. Because I'm used to sleeping on a mattress called concrete. Okay? That's how soft our original mattress used to be. And I got used to sleeping like that, sleeping on concrete. And then, I swear to God, I had a backache for a couple days just from sleeping in this massively comfortable 10-inch. It's a hybrid mattress. It's half spring, half memory foam. And it's the kind of bed where if you got stuff set on the bed when you go to sit down and get comfortable, and it's everything avalanches right toward you, moves. And, you know, became quite irritating.
Well, I was looking at mattresses. One of the ones I wanted to get is memory foam and gel. But the wife doesn't want to get one of them. The reason I want it because the mattress stays cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, the mattress we got was just a little over $200. It was a 10-inch mattress. It came coiled. You want to know how thick my mattress was when we pulled it out of the box and looked at it? It was literally 3 inches thick. It was folded in half, coiled. Had to unfold it in half, and my wife's looking at it like, what the hell? And she doesn't know that it's compressed. Shrink wrap compressed. And the very first coiled mattress I ever opened, I made sure the kids were in the room and Noah was in the room, and I had the box closed and facing me. I had the box open another, and I cut the plastic down the center, and then all of a sudden, while holding the box, the mattress just shot right out. If anybody would have got hit with that, they'd have got knocked on their ass. That's just a spring mattress in a box, 2 of them. And so this full-size mattress that me and the wife got for the bed, I've got it all stretched out and uncoiled, and it didn't really shoot out anything like that like I thought it was. And the wife's looking at the mattress like, that's a mattress? It's 3 inches thick, but it's a 10-inch mattress. So I start cutting the plastic above the mattress, and she's like, wow, what's that noise? I go, it's the intake of air because this thing is vacuum sealed. There's no air in there. And so it starts hissing, and I'm cutting the plastic more, and I got all the plastic cut, and all of a sudden it goes from this, poof, just like that, poof. And it was a hell of a thing. My wife was just like, whoa. And
when the wife decided to upgrade the mattress, because we used to have a queen size bed.
yeah,
It wasn't big enough. She decided to take up too much room. So she said she wants a king. She gets a king, and this whole thing was compressed into a box, maybe 12 to 14 inches wide, like a rectangular, you know. It was as long as the side of the king size mattress, but the length was coiled around. And I think it was maybe about an inch or so thick.
anybody get hurt uncoiling it?
No, I did it all by myself. So nobody was around. But yeah, it was a 12-inch thick mattress.
12 inch.
Now,
That's quite thick.
Yeah, very thick. If you ever have the misfortune of having a bad mattress that doesn't inflate all the way, you will never be able to coil it back up. It doesn't happen.
Wow. Yeah, I thought a 10-inch mattress was thick, but nice. It's a nice mattress, decent, and it's taken some getting used to because you literally stuck to it like slow-moving molasses. Yeah, it's now I'm sitting up higher than I'm used to. So I'm gonna have to get another bucket for my laptop, so it'll raise up another 3 inches. Cause I'm down here earlier, I'm like using the mouse. I'm like, damn, my hand's fucking sore from using the mouse. I hadn't touched the mouse in 4 weeks, 3 weeks. But yeah, that was a hell of a thing. The mattress, watching the wife's reaction was just gold. It was gold. She's like, "What's that noise?" I go, "It's the air sucking into the plastic of the compressed mattress." And it was literally, it literally made a noise. Very similar. It's like a popping noise almost. Yeah, the coils coming uncompressed, the foam coming uncompressed. Amazing. Yeah, and I had to corner my brother-in-law, get him to come over here and help get rid of the 2 mattresses because I got my son a new mattress too, my older one, because the younger boys ruined his mattress. And so yeah, and so we got him a new mattress, and I'll probably slowly replace my 2 younger boys' mattress, because that mattress, that was, it's for young kids, and it's getting to the point to where it's going to be wearing out. Then those 2 little mattresses will be done. Probably get another one. But yeah, a lot of times, if I'm not live streaming, it's because I got family stuff going on, and that takes all my focus sometimes. I'm curious how the hell they put those mattresses in rolls and then get them in the box. That's a hell of a feat.
They have a machine that does it.
Ah. Oh, big old California king, huh? Is that bigger than a king size? Yeah, I remember.
Could you imagine seeing your younger self and say, one day you'll be able to get a mattress and a box, or not a frame, and you'll be able to fit it in the back seat of your car. Your younger self will probably look at you like, what? No way.
A mattress in a box? Are you kidding? Yeah, it sat for a week or so, 2 weeks, because I couldn't get anyone to come over here and help me carry the damn mattresses out. And it cost me $18 at the dump to get rid of both mattresses. And so I had my brother-in-law help me get the mattresses out. We already had the mattresses staged by the front door. Easy peasy out the front door on top of the van, ratchet strap, done. And went to the dump, $18. They take care of it, and I'm done with it. So, got junk, you can go get screwed, because you try to charge me over $200 for a full-size mattress and a twin mattress. You're nuts. You're crazy. And I made your email spam on my email, so anything you try to advertise me with will go in the spam. I couldn't believe it. Like, really? Man, and all it's costing you is $18 to get rid of it at the dump. Man, you're making fucking killing, aren't you? Bastards. For entertainment purposes.
Well, I know when I got towards the end of my father's house, there was a whole bunch of shit in the basement that had to go. And I called up that 1-800 junk. And holy crap, they charged me $800 some odd dollars for less than a quarter of a truckload. It was ridiculous. But I made them bitches work.
Good. Did you record it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, damn. Yeah, fucking highway robbery. They're insane.
Here's the best thing. My dad had a whole bunch of old paint cans downstairs. So one of the paint cans busted open. They got their brand new sneakers covered in blue paint.
Yeah. Yeah, I called them. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you're what? You're what? I kept saying, what? I felt like the 10th Doctor for a little bit. What? 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 Did you say 250 or more? Yeah, I'm like, get bent. Hung up. That wasn't nice. Really wasn't nice at all. I couldn't believe what I heard after stammering what several times. Yeah. No. No.
But you know who's worse? What's it called? College hunks or something like that?
Really?
Yeah, they're even worse.
Nuts. Insane. That is what I would call not a fairness practice. And if they continue to price gouge like that, they're not going to be in business very long. Of course, unless there's people that don't know how to buy stuff and people who are naive, who don't understand what caveat opter means. Well, yeah, they'll make money off those people. Buyer beware, man. Should get a value for what you spend. Unbelievable. Hey, did Mikhail fall asleep?
No. You just talking about things you don't know much about. So I just sit and listen.
Huh, when did I lose internet connection? That's weird. My Facebook page, when I took a look at it, it said, lost internet connection reconnected. I'm like, huh? Really?
Yeah, that's something I'm glad they're not seeing anymore.
Holy shit. One of my friends on Facebook, huge bear got into their worm bin and got into the quail feed and stole a whole big bag of grubs. Guess I'll try rubber bullets again, he says. Damn, that's serious. Yeah, I still don't know who that person is. Yeah, I got a lot of nice happy birthdays on Facebook. Got some happy birthdays from some of my cousins. People showed up here for my birthday. That was nice. That was nice. I could have had up to 10 people on here for a live stream. But, you know, those that are real are here right now. Those that weren't real are not here now. It's kind of how it works. But yeah, RR, Parrothead, Mikhail. Hi, Mikhail. Let's see who else. Keck.
West stopped.
Tina. West stopped by. Let's see. Oh, there's Tommy. He stopped by too. Let's see.
Seriously, did he?
And DJ Odyssey stopped by. That was nice. Darius Monhojen stopped by.
Yeah. Streaming with Darius earlier. On
The Rookie Critic. I have not seen him in a long time. He stopped by. Oh, the CJ stopped by. Arthur Stephen Walton was the first chat that posted a happy birthday. Apparently, I missed a lot of conversations that was going on in my chat. I'm like, what? Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Yeah. I mentioned Random Brad Crater stopped by too. Thank you for the happy birthday, Joy bro vibes. Good vibes. Yeah. Appreciate that. Well, you know, when I'm talking about who I stopped by, you know, we're getting toward the end.
Oh, you forgot. Bear Nerd Fun was in the chat.
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah.
I get one, Tommy.
All right. Let's see here. They kill Cupid?
I think it's a good choice.
Let's see here. Try the water under the stand. All right. They kill Cupid, Try the Water, and then Castle Rock Blues? Yeah. All right. Here we go. They went stupid and they killed Cupid. The girl got away, the dance floor stole Cupid's brother. It just flew away into the lonely night. Lonely ships in the night won't meet anymore. They killed Cupid, chased that dance floor, catch it quick. Better hurry, run along now. They went stupid, they killed Cupid. The girl got away, the dance floor stole Cupid's brother. It just flew away to the lonely night. Lonely ships in the night won't meet anymore. They killed Cupid. Chase that dance floor, catch it quick. Better hurry, run along now. They went stupid. They killed Cupid. The girl got away. The dance floor stole Cupid's brother. It just flew away into the lonely night. Lonely ships in the night won't meet anymore. They killed Cupid, chase that dance floor, catch it quick. Better hurry, run along now. They went stupid, they killed Cupid, the girl got away. The dance floor stole Cupid's brother, it just flew away into the lonely night. Lonely ships in the night won't meet anymore. They killed Cupid. Chase that dance floor, catch it quick, better hurry, run along now. Chase that dance floor, catch it quick, better hurry, run along now. They went stupid, they killed Cupid, the girl got away. The dance floor stole Cupid's brother, it just flew away into the lonely night. Lonely ships in the night won't meet anymore. They kill Cupid, chase the dance floor, catch it quick, better hurry, run along now. Chase that dance floor, catch it quick, better hurry, run along now. They went stupid, they killed Cupid, the girl got away. The dance floor stole Cupid's brother, it just flew away into the lonely night. Lonely ships in the night won't meet anymore. They killed Cupid, chase that dance floor, catch it quick, better hurry, run along now. They went stupid, they killed Cupid, the girl got away, the dance floor stole Cupid's brother. It just flew away into the lonely night. Lonely ships in the night won't meet anymore. They killed Cupid, chase that dance floor, catch it quick, better hurry, run along now. They killed Cupid, chase that dance floor, catch it quick, you better hurry, run along now. They went stupid, they killed Cupid, the girl got away, the dance floor stole Cupid's brother. It just flew away into the lonely night. Lonely ships in the night won't meet anymore. They killed Cupid, chase that dance floor, catch it quick, better hurry, run along now. They killed Cupid, chase that dance floor, catch it quick, better hurry, run along now. They went stupid, they killed Cupid, the girl got away. Better catch it quick, they killed Cupid. Maker of the mark, counting the days, it was written that way. Do I get a say? Drive through the water, any dreams getting stepped on. No more broken dreams. Greatest destinations, shine on, don't forget the journey. It's not the mountain, it's the destination. For you standing, what sets you off? Don't be stepping on toes. If you can, you better call Quinn, and you better do it fast. Maker of the mark, counting the days, it was written that way. Do I get a say? Try the water, many dreams get stepped on. No more broken dreams, great destination. Shine on, don't forget, the journey's not the mountain. It's the destination, freestanding, what sets you off. Don't be stepping on toes if you can. You better call Quinn and you better do it fast. Master of the mark, counting the days. It was written that way. Do I get a say? Try the water. Many dreams getting stepped on, no more broken dreams. Great destination, shine on. Don't forget the journey is not the mountain. It's the destination. Freestanding, what sets you off. Don't be stepping on toes. If you can, you better call Quinn, and you better do it fast. Maker of the mark, counting the days. It was written that way. Do I get a say? Dry as water, many dreams getting stepped on. No more broken dreams. No more destination, shine on. Don't forget the journey is not the mountain, it's a destination. Freestanding, what sets you off. Don't be stepping on toes. If you can, you better call Quinn, and you better do it fast. Maker of the mark, counting the days. It was written that way. Do I get a say? Try the water. Many dreams getting stepped on. No more broken dreams. Great destination, shine on. Don't forget the journey is not the mountain. It's the destination. What sets you off? Don't be stepping on toes if you can. You better call Quinn, and you better do it fast. Maker of the mark, counting the days. It was written that way. Do I get a say? Try the water. Many dreams getting stepped on. No more broken dreams. Great destinations. Shine on. Don't forget the journey is not the mountain. It's the destination. Maker of the mark. Whoops. Been to the palace, been to Louisville, stopped in Tennessee. Don't get lost on the way. Full moon in Mississippi, moss hanging from the trees. There's a song being sung around town. It's a down-home kind of place. We are singing around town. Singing around town. Been to the palace, been to Louisville, stopped in Tennessee. Could have heard a dime job as every eyeball me. Everyone turned and eyeballed me. We'll be making tracks as fast as we can, headed for the door. Been to the palace, been to Louisville, stopped in Tennessee. Don't get lost on the way. Full moon in Mississippi, moss hanging from the tree. And there's a song being sung around town. It's a down-home kind of place. We are singing around town. Been to the palace, been to Louisville, stopped in Tennessee. Could have heard a dime drop as every eyeball me. Everyone turned and eyeballed me. We'll be making tracks as fast as we can, headed for the door. Mm-hmm. Been to the Palace, been to Louisville, stopped in Tennessee. Don't get lost on the way. Full moon in Mississippi, moss hanging from the trees. There's a song being sung around town. It's a down home kind of place. We are singing around town. 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 Been to the Palace, been to Louisville, stopped in Tennessee. Could have heard a dime drop as every eyeballed me. Everyone turned and eyeballed me. We'll be making tracks as fast as we can, headed for the door. Been to the Palace, been to Louisville, stopped in Tennessee. Don't get lost on the way. Full moon in Mississippi, moss hanging from the trees. There's a song being sung around town. It's a down home kind of place. We are singing around town, singing around town, singing around town. Been to the Palace, been to Louisville, stopped in Tennessee. Could have heard a dime drop as every eyeballed me. Everyone turned and eyeballed me. We'll be making tracks as fast as we can, headed for the door. Elephants afraid of mice, dice is rolling. The heart sick and heavy, watching many fall. Willingly go to the gallows full of destruction. Darkness seen clinging to the dark. Final round coming to town. Minds of the masses, massive brainwashing souls, filched, pilfered by the soul eaters. Deadly lies, it's the new truth. Evil doers sainted as saviors. Truth and courage censored, lies promoted. Dr. Seuss has been suppressed. If this is the new normal, you can't keep it. Angels thrown in prison, what can be done? The gullible, the lobotomized, accepting hypnosis. Blinded by paper clown, worlds beyond the preposterous. Prosperous is dangerous. No more blind compliance, done with dark illusion. Walk through the town. Let's get slap happy. I see the huddling in their fabricated fear gasms. Like elephants afraid of mice, sheep and their masses, hypnotized by loathing. Don't wear sheep clothing. Plus the problem, walking in World War III of the mind. Destroyer of worlds, too busy looking for the enemy. They were the enemy at the gate. Be ready, let's start this fire. Elephants afraid of mice, dice is rolling. The heart's sick and heavy, watching humanity fall. Willingly going to the gallows full of destruction. Darkness seen clinging to the dark. Final round coming to town. Minds of the masses, massive brainwashing. Souls filched and pilfered by the soul eaters. Deadly lies, it's the new truth. Evildoers sainted as saviors. Truth and courage censored, lies promoted. Dr. Seuss has been suppressed. If this is the new normal, you can keep it. Angels thrown in prison, what can be done? The goal of lobotomized, accepting hypnosis. Blinded by paper worlds. Beyond the preposterous, prosperous is dangerous. No more blind compliance, done with dark illusions. Walk you through, let's slap happy. I see the huddling in their fabricated fear gasms. Like elephants afraid of mice, sheep and their masochists, hypnotized by loathing. Don't wear sheep clothing. Flush the problem, walking in World War III of the mind, destroyer of the worlds. Too busy looking for the enemy. They were the enemy. They were at the gate. Get ready, be ready. Let's start this fire. Elephants afraid of mice, the dice is rolling. The heart's sick and heavy, watching humanity fall. Willingly going to the gallows pole of destruction. And of course, you know what's coming next. There's lightning falling from the sky. If you can see, there's lightning falling from the sky. If you can see, striking bells, ringing and ringing. You're missing the message. Messages being sent, lightning of time, filling the spaces between. Serve the light, now you know why. Spread darkness, get the lightning, thunder on its way. We do not kneel. Who do you serve? He's looking down, shaking his head. There's lightning falling from the sky. If you can see, striking bells, pinging and ringing. You're missing the message. Messages being sent. Lightning of time, filling the space between. Serve the light, now you know why. Spread darkness, get the lightning. Thunder on its way, do not kneel. Fall into the light, who do you serve? He's looking down, shaking his head. There's lightning falling from the sky. If you can't see, stringing along, striking bells, pinging and ringing. You're missing the message, messages being sent. Lightning of time, filling the space between. Serve the light, now you know why. Spread for darkness, get the lightning. thunder on its way. We do not kneel. Calling the lightning, who do you serve? He's looking down, shaking his head. There's lightning falling from the sky. See, striking bells, pinging and ringing. You're missing the message being sent. Lightning of time, filling the space between. Serve the light, now you know why. Spread the darkness, gets the lightning, thunder on its way. We do not kneel. Yeah, what that guy said. Yeah, I just discovered I can't copy the icons no more and put them in the ticker. I used to have this word trick where I paste them into a Word document, but apparently you can only copy one image at a time now. So stupid. So stupid. Yeah. Craziness. Well, I think one more song, and I think this one will close us out. Let's see here. All right, Fairweather Friends, indeed. Last American hero wandering the land, getting lost in Neverland. Wandering around, lost in Storyland, some seeking paradise. Lucky to participate in wonders beyond what the journey's end will bring. Last American hero, time to take a stand. Stand up now before you lose everything. No fair weather friends here. Fair weather friends are useful as a tornado, rampaging through town. About as useful as a hand grenade without a pin. Last American hero, wandering the land, getting lost in Neverland. Wandering around, lost in Storyland. Some seeking paradise, lucky to participate in wonders beyond what the journey's end will bring. Last American hero, time to take a stand. Stand up now before you lose everything. No fair weather friends here. Fair weather friends are as useful as a tornado, rampaging through town. About as useful as a hand grenade without a pin. Last American hero, wandering the land, getting lost in Neverland. Wandering around in Storyland. Some seeking paradise, lucky to participate in wonders beyond what the journey end will bring. Last American hero, time to take a stand. Stand up now, before you lose everything. No fair weather friends here. Fair weather friends are as useful as a tornado, rampaging through town. About as useful as a hand grenade without a pin. Useless. Hey. So yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing up. Those of you that did, you are awesome. And those of you that did not show up, you missed out. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for all the happy birthday wishes. And those of you that came and were on the panel, yeah. Thank you. And the chat, thank you for coming out. And was that guinea pigs making noise? I hear guinea pigs in the background.
Yeah, they were making noise again. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was an evening baby. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. That's why I have a rising sign called Cancer. Yeah. All right. Guinea pigs, thanks for making noise. Appreciate you. I'm
Always fun when we get a chance to stop by, Bear. And
Yeah.
happy birthday once more and many more.
Yeah, indeed. And give the guinea pigs a little treat for me. And Rorschach's writing his journal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Making noise. Well, all right, folks. Appreciate you. And with that, put that right there. All right. We will see you next time. And it's not the Bat Channel. Laters.